gotten us to where we need to go. Oh, oh, that's too far down. That's too far down. Hold up, hold up. Be careful, be careful. Okay, we're getting very close. We're getting very close. Whoa, 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 whoa. Look at that. We have massively overshot, so we need to adjust. Get that periapsis, the apoapsis down and periapsis up. Wait, 630, that's too much. But yeah, as you can see, we do that by accelerating directly towards Kerbin. Because that basically moves us in the lower orbit and shifts the entire circle a little bit. It's 28. Oh, there we go. That one is already moving too much. Whoa, whoa, whoa. 2871. Why is that increasing all of a sudden, the apoapsis? It's a bit of a mystery to me. Let's see right now. Time to oh, because we're after our apoapsis now. That's the issue. So this entire thing needs to move to that direction. So I believe we get there now by, since we're after the apoapsis, we can shift that by accelerating to here. Wait, that decreases again. Now we need a little bit of down to 863. We kind of need to shift that entire thing to the side a little bit. This is a little bit finicky. This will, because we're here. Oh, actually, hey. Oh, that's the wrong one. You know what? This does well enough. I'm okay with this. This does well enough. It does the job. Now, we need to move over to one of our other babies here. Hello? Can I select you like this? I don't want to select... There we go. That relay is the one I want to select. Okay, we go to the tracking station. So, FUB1 relay? Can we rename it from here? Oh wait, that one's not renamed. So, column set 2. We will adjust that into an orbit of 4 hours. I have no idea how I'm going to check that. This thing is after its apoapsis though, so we should already start accelerating now. Wait, is this? Okay, we're good, we're good. I need to raise that periapsis. And see if we can get a total orbital time. So the very reason I'm doing this is that these relays, I want these to be able to bounce the signal all around Kerbin if we need to. So that when we do send something to the Mun, that it'll always be in sight of the Kerbal Space Center. Okay, see how this is increasing. So, need this to be at least 70. But I think added up, let's see. So, the time until it reaches its apoapsis again is 2 hours and 40 minutes. So we need to increase that to a little bit more. I have no idea how long we missed our apoapsis for. Let's say that's no more than a minute. So, let's say 3 hours and 55 minutes. So, the problem we're having now is that these are not going to be perfectly positioned. As a result, there's going to be drift between the satellites. They're not going to stay in a perfect triangle the entire time. They're going to move as compared to the others. But that'll take a while. It'll be okay for the time being. And this is going to be our first set anyway. Thank you. Okay, 340. 355. We're gonna cut it at about 355. That's just guessing. And thank you too. 355. There we go. That did the trick. So this one. Wait. Where's your... That's you. Right. So this one now has an orbit of around 4 hours. So while this one in 6 hours is going to be done, after 4 hours, when this is 2/3 of the way, this one's already going to be at the top. And now we need to do the same for the last relay. So we go back to the tracking station, and that one's going to be pretty darn late. So this one's going to be very ugly. A very ugly set of geostationary, quote-unquote geostationary satellites. Now, of course, the most important thing first. FOB1 Kerbin ComSat 3. Thank you very much. Oh, there we go. And this baby needs to seriously start accelerating, because you can see we are a while after our apoapsis now. I can tell you, I cannot wait until I upgrade that comm center. So, just now we said that this would have been around 5 minutes, so let's assume this is 10 minutes and that we need to stop at about 3 hours 50. Oh, we have another important task that we need to do in a moment. This is the Kerbalism mod that is showing us exactly the stats for all these individual satellites. But it also includes auto warnings, so that if the power, for instance, gets low of any of these, then it will give us a warning. It'll pause the game and give us a warning. Or not pause, but slow it down. So obviously, if you have a badly designed satellite, or if there's a problem with the light, or whatever, that thing's gonna pause a lot. So another important bit of maintenance that I forgot to do just now is turning that off for all these satellites. Now, this was number 3, right? The active vessel will always be at the top, so we can easily do that for this one. We're also raising this apoapsis quite a bit. Wait. Two, 8, 7, 5, 3, 2. 6, 7, 5, 3. That's all right. Let's move on forward. I'm gonna do the same little balancing act that I did before of slightly missing our prograde vector, which should keep that apoapsis, push that apoapsis down slowly but surely. Oh, I know what this is. We crossed a radiation belt. Ah, I should have taken that contract before we did this. We should have taken that contract, because that would have given us extra science. Darn it. Now we just have the world record thing, but we don't have the extra science reward. Look at that top right there. That little one. Ah, that's silly. I should have thought of that. I'm an idiot. I've been accelerating and not thinking about this. We're already putting this in stationary orbit. This is not what I should have been doing at all. This is the most wasteful satellite I've ever made. I have been so distracted with everything. Okay, 350 is what I said. Let's keep it to 350. Let's add a little more. Okay, so this will be the world record. Oh, for a speed record. Excellent. Okay, that's good news. We can still do the other one then. So that gives us a little bit of extra cash. Now, let's adjust these things in Kerbalism. As you can see, the battery is perpetual because, of course, it is in sunlight and receiving stuff, but that'll change. What we need to go for is the auto. So right now it's extended, but you can have multiple different settings where, as I mentioned before, if it's landing, if it's an apathy, if it's in space or sunlight, you can make things change. Thank you for that one. Now what we can do is go to the config and change the messages. Now if there's a malfunction, we'd like to know. However, I don't want to have any other message from this thing for battery supply, reliability. Oh, actually, reliability we do want. Storms or scripts, I'm not interested. This thing can just do what it wants. I want to forget about it. So, FUB-1, Kerbin ComSat 3. Let's adjust the other ones while we're doing this. And then we can start accelerating until the next one. I'm gonna switch to 1 first and adjust that one, because then we switch to 2 last. We're gonna accelerate until it reaches its apoapsis and do the same thing. So, no battery, no supply, no storm, and no script, but we want that reliability modifier up there. Thank you for that follow. Go back to the tracking station, and we're gonna put that last one in geosynchronous orbit. The naming is slightly different. Could have paid attention to that one. Let's colon. Let's change that right now. Rename this vessel. FUB-1, colon, Kerbin ComSat. Change these stats. There we go. So, the only thing we have to do is wait for this baby to come back to its apoapsis, and then we circularize. So, fast forwarding. This is immediately an excellent check of its power. No power problems, at least that I could see in that millisecond that we had vision. Okay, let's again stop about 5 minutes beforehand. But we could probably do with less. Okay, we are again at the apoapsis. See how the other one is way over there. About at 1/3. And we get to the task of circularizing this baby. Let's lower this apoapsis as much as we can. Whoa, whoa. Oh, hi, kitty. Oh my god, kitty. I started streaming and I neglected to feed you. Hold on while I synchronize this orbit, and I should have done that in a break. Thank you for reminding me, kitty. You are such a smart kitty. I kid you not, that cat is ridiculously smart for some reason. But I hate it when people don't accept my rule, Huthor. Okay, I slightly messed this up. Because as you can see, we are now too high while we're circularizing. But that's okay. We'll deal with it. Hold on, I want to lower this. Whoa, whoa, now we're raising it again. Okay, let's see. Okay, give me a quick second. Feeding the cat. Indy? I'm sorry. Told you it'd be swift. There. Where are we with this orbit? It's too big. The apoapsis, where are you? 2883. We need you to move in that direction, which I believe we do by blasting here. We blast like that. And now we do retrograde to lower that apoapsis. We blast that direction again. What can we do? No, I think this is about as much as we can do right about now. But I'm happy with this. This is a good deployment right now. So, let's go back to the tracking station. And go to the last comm set, which needs a colon at the end. And we wait for the last orbit, and then we're good to go. The FUB1 colon Kerbin Comsat 3. It just passed its apoapsis. Comsat 1 being over there, Comsat 2 being over there. So we're gonna wait for another 4 hours for the shift to happen. Wait, there are multiple tracking stations? I didn't need to do this at all? Look, we're just doing this for awesome points, okay? Just doing this for awesome points. Okay, let's circularize this baby and move on. Thank you for that follow. Were you just waiting until I realized what I'd done? Sorry, kitty. I'm allergic to my own incompetence. I even shifted the pop filter with this. Actually, I removed the pop filter. There we go. Okay, let's move this baby downwards. And get that back up. Thank you, Uther. Move this baby. 2863. Now the periapsis still needs to be raised a little bit. Okay, you know what? This pop filter I'm using is terrible. I know we had too many pops in, there we go, yesterday's stream. But this pop filter is a floppy mess. That sounds, by the way, like the name of some kind of terrible adult movie. Floppy mess. I need to raise the periapsis, so let's warp until we get to the apoapsis. And blast this baby retrograde. And shift that a little bit. Bam! Kerbo stationary. Now look at that. Did I or did I not tell you that this system would get you neat triangle? Quote unquote neat. I feel proud of myself, even though we now discovered that we didn't need to do this. Oh, I feel so embarrassed. I spent all that time working on that column system thinking like we need this. What? Okay, there are tourist contracts that ask us to have them pass out. That is beautiful. They want a suborbital space flight. That's easy to do, actually, but we can't get tourists. We can't take them along, I think. At least we don't have a passenger thing. We might be able to do multiple cockpits and that kind of stuff. Yeah, they want us to land at multiple places. If these sites are close enough, we might be able to do the survey with a rover, but I'm just looking at how we can get some cash. Scanset contracts. Do I have a Scanset item? I have a Scansat. Well, what do you know? We can do these contracts to get surveys. I'm thinking this one might be the best one to do one for Kerbin. Oh, ha ha ha! Put a satellite in geostationary orbit. Well now. Thank you for that follow. Looks cool. Saturn tourists are the best way to get money. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Because the satellites, look at this. Look at this award. Rover deployment on the Mun, that'd be good. Put a Kerbal in orbit for 30 days. That is not possible right now. We do not have what we need for that. No! Darn it. We missed the contract for going through the barrier. A contract is in an hour for this one, so we're gonna take that because I need it. Okay, you know what? The scan is easy to do, so let's do a cheap one for a resolution scan of Kerbin. We can easily do that. Let's see if we have enough cash to upgrade mission control. 75k, because that'll allow us multiple contracts, and we can start getting flight planning when we upgrade that one. So let's take that one. That'll help us get more of these, because put the Kerbal in orbit for 30 days. We're not going to be able to do it, but it doesn't expire. I don't want to do the part testing. Rover deployment expires in 60 days. Is that okay? Oh yeah, please do share. Really, Huthor? You don't have Twitter? Ah, okay. We also have a Discord. Hold on. That's the Discord link over there. But you can also do !Discord, I think. And Nightbot will help you. That's also an option. Yeah, Huthor also... Oh, a cheap sat launch. Okay, let me click that and see what you made. Really? 3 just solid boosters in a row? You know what? I'm gonna give that one a try. That looks like fun. Let's see. These expire... Oh god, this one expires in an hour. Let's take that one. Because the resolution of the month, that's trivial. Because even though it expired in an hour, the deadline is a year. So these expire in a day. This is pretty easy, but it gets us a lot of money. Oh, this one's difficult though. Hold stationary orbit above a specific site? That's tricky. I haven't done that one before. Okay, one stationary orbit of Kerbin. That's also pretty easy to do. The low resolution scan. In fact, all of these low resolution scans are really easy to do. Let's grab those. We can do those easily enough. These surface scans. I want to see if there's any that I can do reasonably. Look at that. Look. Oh. Yes. Look at that comm network coverage. Okay, so this was the geostationary orbit that they wanted above this site. I don't exactly know how you do that. The island in the caldera. I'd have to make sure that my apoapsis is exactly there. To do that, I would need planning. This one's easily doable then. Sean's Cannery orbit. This is the non-geostationary one. You need good pilot skill, but it works. That's a challenge, alright? Get 100k for a set launch, cost you 6k for the launch. That. Holy crap, that is a lot of profit. I'm thinking these are fairly easy as well, though. If this is just... Oh, any passengers that are ridden unconscious due to G-forces will fail to pay for their itineraries. Well, no. And Huthor? What a comment. Wow. So this one is fairly easy, gives us a lot of cash for new probe. I think I want to do this one as well. Easily doable. Rover deployment doesn't expire, so we're good. Manned orbit doesn't expire, we're good. This one expires in a day. I'm gonna need flight planning for this. And the problem is we're gonna need to spend 150,000 for that. So first I want to get some of these contracts in. Fly by the Mun, we can potentially do that already. Although, better to do with flight planning. The scans, that is easy to do. Let's see, this one got us a bunch of cash, if I recall. Now that was the one where we just needed more plebar needed. This one was fairly easy. It takes a little bit of a plane adjustment, I think. Doesn't it? Yeah, it needs a little bit of a plane adjustment.